The Abundance Project is really where we're working with our community hubs to try and understand mental health inequities in underserved communities. And by underserved communities, we're specifically referring to young people, those who are refugees or asylum seekers, or indeed those who identify as being from ethnic minority communities. We're particularly keen to try and understand their use and understanding of green and cultural assets and how this can be used to improve mental health.
Here today we have the 5 community research hubs and our community researchers on the Abundance Project. We are just over a year into a 3-year project, and we have concluded our first 2 out of 5 work packages. And so here for the first time we bring everyone together in the same space to meet each other in person, to hear our findings and let us know if there's anything we've missed, anything we have misunderstood. So just sense check our findings with our community researchers.
So for the Abundance Project, I've been working with the 5 different community hubs, each of which have recruited people to be community voice champions. So the idea of the work package is to collect people's lived experience and their stories related to green and cultural spaces and assets in their community. So whether or not they've been able to have access to those kinds of spaces, is there something stopping them from making use of Kingston Riverside or Richmond Park, for example? What we've been looking at is what are the concerns of these different communities and how can we help to address them moving forward in terms of developing new strategies with policymakers.
In terms of the story collection element, we spoke to people that were close to us, but we also spoke to people on a wider scale in terms of like students at different schools. We also spoke to family members. We spoke to some of our colleagues who work at the foundation as well. And then we got them to ask other people's stories and feed them back to us, in which we collected many different stories together to be able to give back to the project.
My day job obviously includes a real interest in our community assets, whether that's building assets, libraries, museums, but also the other council assets like green spaces. So for me, what's absolutely invaluable is finding out from the community groups themselves what their needs are, what prevents them from perhaps engaging with some of these assets as much as they'd like to be, but also what might really help them engage. And so it's just lovely to put names and faces to the conversation. And for us, we want people to be able to benefit from our green spaces and cultural spaces. And so who better to help us with doing that than the people who we want to engage with? It's fantastically valuable.
I'm a migrant, so I'm coming from a different country. So I am the one who's faced lots of barriers in here. So I have a cultural, language, weather. So now I'm adopting to everything. And I can tell this project was changed my life literally. So it was really inspired and impressed me to why I can't be a therapist, why I can't give a good counseling to them. So now I was started to study a counseling skill course. Now I completed my level 2. Now I gonna apply for level 3. So actually the project was changed my life.